What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be discussing a couple stories that happened in the NASCAR world and a couple things I got to catch up on from this week. So let's just dive straight into it. So the first thing we got to talk about is David Ragan. David Ragan, for the 2020 Daytona 500, will race with Ware Racing in the number 36 Select Blinds Mustang for the Daytona 500 in 2020. This car that he will be running will be prepped by Front Row Motorsports, and he is guaranteed into the Daytona 500 because he is using one of Rick Ware's 3 charters. Even though it, like I said, is being prepped by Front Row Motorsports, he is guaranteed into the Daytona 500, so we don't have to worry about him making the Daytona 500. Pretty interesting. David Ragan, I think, is a respectable driver. He had a pretty solid career. But what he did say was that he's not done. He's not going to run full time, but he's not done racing in NASCAR completely at this moment. Will this be his last start in NASCAR, or will he run a couple more races in the long-term future? We're going to find that out pretty soon. The second story we got to talk about is Kaulig Racing. Kaulig Racing will be attempting to run this upcoming Daytona 500. The driver is going to be Justin Haley, and he will drive the number 16 Fraternal of the Eagles, which is FOE, for those who didn't know. He will drive their Chevy in the Chevy Camaro ZL1. This will be Kaulig Racing's first ever attempt in NASCAR, in the Cup Series. However, they must qualify in this year's Daytona 500. I'm really glad that they're going to come up and try to run the Daytona 500. This has been a rumor thing that's been going around for quite some time. Kaulig Racing might be attempting this year's Daytona 500. On top of running 3 race cars in the Xfinity Series, which will be AJ Allmendinger in the 16, Ross Chastain in the number 10, and Justin Haley will drive the flagship number 11. So they're going to have 3 cars in Xfinity that they're going to have to use. Not just that, but they're going to have to qualify in the Cup race for the 500. Like I said, they must attempt to make, because they are not guaranteed in Daytona 500. They don't have a charter backup. They will have to attempt to drive in this year's Daytona 500. But I believe they will get in. I've got a really good feeling. Justin Haley is a really good driver. Yes, I know it's a super speedway. And I know he won last time we were here. But we'll see what Justin Haley can do. I'm hoping that this team makes it to the Daytona 500. I really hope they do. I hope every team gets to make the 500. I just wish everyone was guaranteed spots in the Daytona 500, or that everyone should have to qualify in for the Daytona 500. That is just my opinion on that. You can judge my opinion on that. But let's get to the final story of this video. So, David Gravel, yes, David Gravel will run select trucks and ARCA races for GMS and KBR Development. He will run 6 races in 2020. The first one race to be know for a fact that David Gravel is going to run is he's going to run the Eldora Truck Series race. He will drive the number 24 car, and he will have Exalta colors on his car. This is due to Jeff Gordon going this year to the Knoxville Nationals, and he got to see David Gravel race and saw how great of a driver he truly was, and decided he was just going to sponsor him. He will also run this year's upcoming Daytona ARCA. Will be running this year's Daytona ARCA opener to kick off the season in the number 28 KBR Development, in the KBR Development car. Also, as you know, he was fastest in the test sessions for the ARCA race. If you didn't know that, that today when they tested, my apologies, I'm sputtering there, but he will be running this year's Daytona ARCA opener. He has won 51 career World of Outlaws races, and he's one of the drivers that I think could considerably have a great future in the sport. We've had a lot of drivers come from the World of Outlaws or come from the dirt side. You know, guys like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Stuart Friesen, Daniel Hemrick. These names just keep piling up and up and up. And I think that he might be the next driver to join them. And I hope he does not turn out, to be honest with you, like Steve Kinser, because I don't want another Steve Kinser. I want another Kyle Larson. I want another Christopher Bell to come into sport. And I'm hoping that we get to see that in 2020. So yeah, those are the three stories. To remind you what the stories are, David Ragan will go to Rick Ware Racing. Kaulig is going to be tempting Daytona 500, and David Gravel will be running select races. So those are the stories that I wanted to catch up on. First thing I want to say is I want to apologize for not having a video out yesterday. I was busy yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, so I did not film yesterday. I would have had this out yesterday for you guys, but again, I was pretty busy yesterday getting stuff done. Went out to Red Lobster. Pretty good. That's not the point of this video. Anyway, those are the stories. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on so notify video does go live on my channel. Follow me on all my social medias, links description below that, and comment below your opinions on this video. How would you think of the video? Let me know below. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.